StraightAllDay.com.
So, Anna Dolce, the streets is buzzing. The streets is buzzing because, number one,
Did you just turn the camera on?
I always turn the camera on. This is just one time I'm talking on the camera. The camera's always on. But anyway, the streets is buzzing because, number one, we have not released an episode of the Anna and Dre show in over a year. Number two, people went to my Instagram and they said, well, you don't never post pictures of her, so that must mean that she ain't around. And number three, people went to your Instagram and see that you don't post at all. So they're like, well, she must not be with that dude. She ain't posting no pictures of him. So what do you say to all this? The streets want to know.
Don't believe everything you see or don't see on social media.
So in other words, if I'm hearing you correctly, a lot of people base whatever they see on social media, they think that must be a direct reflection of reality.
Exactly. They think that's what's happening or not happening. Wrong. You've been deceiving yourself.
So there's been a lot going on. I mean, it's been a year since the last time we did an Anna and Dre show.
What was the last show we did?
I just know it was at least a year ago because it was in a place in Mooney with.
Yeah.
True.
So
it's been at least a year. So everybody knows, people know what I've been doing. I mean, I post videos every day. I'm on social media every day, and I don't be posting pictures of you. So people thought, yeah, you wasn't around. They thought something happened. And so they know what I've been doing, or at least they know some of what I've been doing, the public parts. What have you been doing? Because you ain't been posting. You don't post nothing. You don't do stories. You don't make YouTube videos. You don't post on your own Instagram.
No.
You don't post status updates on Facebook. Where do you post? Somebody wants to know.
Somebody
wants to know everything that's going on in your life. Where do they go to find out?
They can. That's the whole point of not posting. Every time, I used to post a lot more, and every time I post lately, I feel like it's draining my energy. I feel like I'm doing it for someone else. It's not like...
That's the point. That's the point of social media, is to impress people.
But I'm not about that. I don't want to impress anybody. I just want to live my life.
You don't want to impress people. Do you know what year it is? This is the whole thing. The whole thing is about impressing people and posting pictures of the stuff that makes you look like a celebrity, or to confirm your celebrity if you already are one. To show people what you got, like your material possessions. If you're a female, especially to show off your physical assets, because that gets you more followers, and have dudes and girls want to follow you and want to be like you, and that help you sell your shapewear and your what's the other stuff girls be selling? The beauty products. What else do girls sell when they show off their body? Fitness, workout programs. So girls go to the doctor and get surgery, and then they sell a workout program.
Right.
That's the hustle, though. I ain't mad at y'all. Any female watching this who I just described your hustle, because I'm not knocking your hustle. Everybody know that's what you're doing, so don't get mad at me. I'm not airing you out. That's not news. But I ain't knocking your hustle.
Why are you not knocking the hustle? That's deception and lies.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'm not knocking the hustle.
How are you going to sell me a workout program and tell me I'm going to achieve the results that you're showing me on your page when you didn't get those results yourself via workout?
Well, it's some nuance in that we got to allow for. So, for example, let's say a girl is like skinny, flat-chested, no ass, and then she goes to the doctor and she comes out and she might still be flat-chested. Usually it's the ass now. Like back in the 90s, it used to be women would get the boob jobs, right? Yeah. Now it's you get the ass job. So the girl, the chest don't even matter. She got the ass now, and all the dudes is looking, and that works on Instagram. So she gets popular. So then she makes a workout program. And like she got videos of herself working out, like doing the squats, and the squats is a very popular exercise. The squats and all the hip stuff the girls be doing, like when they're on all fours and lifting the leg up and all that. And then they sell a workout program. They didn't say, listen, because here's the part that why it's not deception, because the girl never says, listen, I got my body 100% from working out. She never said that, so she's not deceiving you. She's showing you her body, and because you like it, you're following, and because you are following, you are open to maybe her influencer, and then she says, all right, I'm gonna sell you a workout program. You can do the workouts that I do. But the girl, I never heard a girl say, I got my body specifically from this workout program. She just said, I'm selling you the program. So she's not lying.
I have, They are. You have not seen girls post like before and after photos. They're like,
Yes.
oh, this is who I was before. This is who I am now.
Yeah.
Hard work. It took 2 years. It took 5 years. Blah 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 blah. You haven't seen that?
Yes, but see, we got to be clear. When was the before? The before could have been 2 years ago, but they could have got the surgery 4 years ago. So there still is a before and after. Now, is there a little bit of truth being left out? Is there some information being omitted? Yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're lying.
I don't know about all that.
So female influencers, I understand the hustle. I'm defending y'all right now. I understand the hustle. Like, as long as you don't come out and say, "Look, my body's completely in the gym," when it ain't. As long as you don't say that, then you're not lying. Now, if you leave out some information that you did go to the doctor, but you still go to the gym, there's girls who go to the doctor, they buy a different shaped body, but they still go to the gym after that. So are they lying when they sell a workout program? Technically, they're not lying, as far as I'm concerned.
It depends on what they sell and how they sell it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll just say, "This is my workout program. You want to get an ass?" They'll say, "Buy my 8-week booty blast program." But they never say, "This is exactly how I got my ass." They don't say, "I got my ass completely." They never say, "My ass is completely natural." They never say that. So if you don't ask, and then you buy the program.
The ones that say that are the ones that have it naturally.
Right, exactly.
Like, I can think of one specific person. She's a pro. She's a fitness pro. She's a competitor.
Uh-huh.
Very popular. I like her. You can tell she's natural. At least her ass is natural.
All right, what's her name? You can say her name.
Lauren Simpson.
I never heard of her.
She's from Australia.
Okay.
Super popular.
And she says that she's
You
natural.
can tell her body's natural. Her body's not even that nice. It's just she works out, so she looks like she's, she doesn't have like a great shape, but because she works out, she looks fit.
Well, I asked you to say her name because I thought you were going to be complimentary. And you just said her body's not even that nice.
No, I am complimentary. She doesn't have like a proportionate body where she naturally has like a big ass, and she sort of has like, she has no hips. She's kind of like very straight. She doesn't have a big ass. But because she works out, her body looks much better than if she didn't work out. And she does sell programs like that, but you can tell that she didn't get her behind done.
So you can tell that hers is natural. Okay, so if another girl, and she sells like a butt program.
Yeah.
Okay.
She sells all kinds of programs.
One of them happens to be a butt program.
Yeah,
Right.
but others.
So if a girl got her stuff done, and she sells a butt program, and she never says that mine is all natural, then she is not deceiving you. She's just selling you a butt program, and she has a nice butt. So people, they draw the bridge between her ass and the program, but she never said that this is the bridge. So she's not lying, as far as I'm concerned. In a court of law, she would not be convicted.
You probably haven't seen all these stories when they talk about it.
No, I have not. I don't follow none of these chicks, but
Yeah,
you can't not see them because you're online. You're gonna see them.
Yeah, well, no, you're not going to see them if you're online unless you're
When I go
clicking
to
on a
the
picture.
browser.
Yeah, when you go on the browser, if you click on it and you look at it, then it's going to give you more of those pictures. That's why you keep seeing them.
No, when I go to so Instagram's always tweaking the algorithm. So she's talking about the Explorer tab, Explorer. So when you go to it, like I'll go to it, and then I see the pictures, the grid, and I don't click on anything. Then the next time I open it, they show me a completely different set of photos. So they'll show me one time they'll show me a bunch of basketball stuff because they'll show stuff related to what they think I like based on what I post. So they'll show me basketball stuff, and if I don't click on nothing, the next time they'll show me like animals. Because in the past I've clicked on animals. And then the next time if I don't click on that, they'll show me girls. Because in the past I have clicked on girls, but I don't follow none of these accounts. I don't follow no basketball players. I don't follow no animal accounts. Actually, I follow one. And I don't follow no influencers. No like girls that show their body and none of that shit. So they try. So anyway, the whole point is
that they do deceive you. They might not come out and say like, I got this butt from this specific workout.
Right.
But they will do like these daily and weekly check-ins, and they're like, oh, gains and da 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 da. Like they'll talk about their body as if it's progressing because of the workout and not the surgery. Like.
Right. But that's technically not lying.
It is. It
No,
is. Her butt is bigger because of the surgery, not because of the workout.
But okay, so let's say she has a surgery. Let's say a girl comes on Instagram and she was never even on Instagram before the surgery, and the only way you know her is from the body that she got from the doctor. But she still goes to the gym. She goes to the gym every day. Is she lying? She's not lying.
Depends on. No, she's lying if she sells me a program saying that I'm going to achieve her results by this program when she didn't do that herself. That would be a lie.
Yes, that would be a lie. But if she doesn't say that, she doesn't have to say that. That's the hustle. See, that's why it's a fucking hustle.
But they say that
they don't have
right.
to say
they
that.
Don't say if
they
don't
can
say
imply
that,
it.
fine.
Yeah.
But they are saying the opposite. They're like, look, I have this body because I do this workout. That's the lie. They say that.
Well, they don't say specifically that. They imply it. They show you the body, so you see it. So they don't have to tell you they have this body because you see it on every post. Then they imply that it came from the workout because they're selling you a workout program. It's not like they're selling you their doctor. They're selling you the workout program. So they're implying it. They're allowing you to fill in the gap.
I'm just not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. Tell me straight up, if you went to the doctor,
Right.
I know a girl, everything about her is done surgically.
Right. I know some
and
of them
she
too.
flaunts it. She's like, yo, I got a good doctor. And she has a picture like, oh, if you have a good doctor, flaunt it. And she has like a half naked picture. I respect that versus people just not talking about it and trying to pass themselves as someone else.
Well,
I just don't respect that.
I get it.
There's nothing wrong with getting surgery. If you want to look a certain way, you go to a doctor. I'm not opposed to that. I mean, I have my views about it. The certain details I don't agree with, but I don't judge other people. I wouldn't do certain things on myself, or I wouldn't get surgery on my body for certain reasons. Certain reasons I would, but again, they can do whatever they want, but just don't tell me that you got that body through a workout when you didn't. That's the whole thing. Just not feeling that. Even if you imply it, even if you just not, I don't know, whatever you're saying.
All right, so how many followers you have on your largest platform right now?
15,000 on LinkedIn, 14,000 on Instagram.
All right, so let's say Instagram. You probably don't post as many. You want to post ass pictures on LinkedIn.
No.
So on Instagram, you got 14,000. So if a doctor told you you can have 1 million followers within a year, all you gotta do is pay him $5,000 for some surgery. Would you do it?
No.
$5,000 for 1 million
What
followers.
do I
Now
need
look,
million
because
followers for?
now think about it. This is the hustle. All y'all listening, this is the hustle. This is an investment. You invest the $5,000. You get to the 1 million followers in a year. You keep posting. You start posting gym stuff. Don't tell anybody that you went to the doctor. Again, you're not lying. You're just not telling people all your business, like we just talked about. Then you keep posting the workout stuff. Then people gonna start asking you, damn, like how can I get a body like you? Now you can start selling them a product, whatever kind of product, a shapewear product, a workout program, a nutrition program, I don't know what females be selling. Whatever females be selling, you can start selling that. You will make way more than the $5,000 you invested up front. This is the hustle. This is women out here doing this hustle that they completely understand.
Okay, there are also women who say, I respect my body and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put fake stuff in my body or have my body surgically enhanced or cut up or done up, whatever they do, because of the followers or because of money.
Or for followers.
For followers, yeah. There are also women like that. I mean, I wouldn't do that for the followers, no matter what kind of business it would guarantee me. I don't know. I'm not about that.
And now, speaking of all this, because this wasn't even the topic we was talking about, just something that came
It's
up.
also a health. It's not just like a moral issue. It's a health issue. Like, it's a surgery.
Yeah.
It's not safe. You know how many surgeries have gone right?
Botched surgery.
Yeah.
I knew a woman who had a botched surgery.
What happened to her?
She had her breast done. I think her ass was natural, but I'm not good at judging whether a woman's ass and breasts are natural or not. I'm not good at it.
I can see it. I can tell.
I can only tell if the woman she does too much. Now in Miami where we live, you see a lot of women who get too much, and they know they did too much. That you can kind of tell when people are looking at. I remember I was in Whole Foods once. So there's a woman in line. She was with her man, but she had done too much. She got too much of the ass done, and it didn't look. It looked way unnatural to the point that everybody was looking at her ass like she just don't look right with the rest of her body, and she was self-conscious about it because I was about to take a picture of her, but she was looking at me. I took it anyway. But she was self-conscious about it because she knew everybody was looking at her ass, and she did too much. So anyway, women out there or men, if any of y'all sponsors out there, I know some of y'all be sponsoring. Make sure the woman doesn't do too much. All right, don't go too far with it because you can't. Well, you can't undo it, but you don't want to have to undo it. You don't want to have to undo it. Don't go too far. So anyway, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that we can tell. How can you tell? Oh yeah, the woman that I knew. So she had her breasts done. I think her ass was natural, but again, I can't tell. And I could feel on her breasts. It felt like it was more than one nipple in the breast.
Oh.
I don't know. She never took her shirt off or her bra off in front of me, but I felt more than one nipple. So who knows?
More than one nipple. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, all that being said, this wasn't even the topic.
That was probably you being like inexperienced.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't that young. No.
You didn't know.
I was in my
Guys are
mid-20s when that happened.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So you were like inexperienced. You don't know what you were seeing.
Wait, how do you
touching.
define inexperienced?
Oh, please. 20s?
Mid-20s?
Guys in mid-20s that have no idea what they're doing sexually. At all. Like,
I had experience. What's the line on experience?
You
I
thought
can tell
you
how
saw
much-
2 nipples.
No, I didn't see them. I felt them.
You thought
I felt
you
with my
felt
hands
2
and with
nipples.
my mouth.
No woman
I
has
felt
2 nipples, okay?
I felt something that something that did not feel like a breast on that
She
breast.
probably had, okay, it might have been bad padding. She probably had a bra on.
No. This was the actual breast. Okay?
Oh.
This is the actual breast. This was not through the shirt. This was the actual breast.
You said you didn't see the breast.
I didn't because it was dark.
Oh.
Huh?
It was dark, her shirt was off.
Yes. But I didn't see her breast. I didn't
Then
look
how
at
do
it,
you-
but I could feel my way around her body.
How do you say she had 2 nipples? That doesn't make any sense.
I had my mouth on her breast and I felt more than one nipple.
Ew!
What the fuck? You asking?
Then how do you not know what it was?
I'm used to a breast having one nipple. I felt more than one thing on that breast. I don't know what it was.
So then what did you do with it?
Kept doing what I was doing. What you mean? What did I
So
do
you
with
should
it?
know if it was 2 nipples or not. If you
I don't know. It
if
was
you
too
were doing
long ago.
something.
It was too long of a time ago. I'm 38 now. I was in my mid-20s. I don't know. But that happened. So that's the whole point. That happened. Whether it was a botched surgery or not does not matter. She lived. Hopefully she's
You're
still
not
alive
gonna have
today.
2 nipples from botched surgery. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, well, it was something going on with her breast. Who knows? Hopefully she's still living to deal with that herself. All that being said, that wasn't even the topic of what we were going to talk about. This just came up. So why don't you put all your business on the internet for everybody to know about and post like about your relationship and everything you got going on? That's the thing to do.
What's the point of it? I just don't get,
To show off
yeah, I don't want to show off.
for your ego.
I think you post to others when you're looking for some kind of validation or you're,
Yes, validation, self-esteem, confidence.
it doesn't give you self-esteem. It actually takes away from your self-esteem.
You should post for a while and see if it helps your self-esteem.
I have. That's the thing. Every time I post something, and from the energy of like, oh, let me post this, people will like it,
Right.
and I post it and people like it.
Right.
It doesn't make me feel better about myself.
Post more.
No, it does maybe for a moment, but then it doesn't matter. It's just that kind of energy doesn't do anything for me.
That's because you haven't had enough of it.
No, I have in the past. What do you mean? I haven't posted
I'm just
like
playing
for a
devil's
year.
advocate. I'm done.
But no, I've posted a lot in the past, and it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't feed me in any way. I don't see a point of it. I mean, there are certain times when maybe I want to get the message across, or I like the picture of myself and I just post it. It depends on why you post it. Like if I post it for outside validation, I usually it's like you get like a quick hit, and then it goes away, and it just kind of keeps you starting for more.
So
And then you get in this cycle of like, oh, anytime I want validation, let me posting.
You're in a relationship, so shouldn't you post, like at least once a week about your relationship so people know that you're still in that relationship?
Do you not like that I don't post pictures of you?
I'm playing devil's advocate. It's not my personal question. But this is based off the kind of comments that I see on the internet.
My relationship is private. Why do I need to tell you guys who am I with and what am I doing?
Because that's the wave. That's what people do. What you mean? You got to follow the wave. Don't go against the grain.
No, you shouldn't follow the wave. Follow what you want to do. I personally don't like people knowing about my relationship or kind of digging in my relationship. I don't like people even knowing about my relationships.
And it's not a question from me personally, because I don't be posting pictures of you.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, sometimes I do, but I'll post a picture of you like a couple times a year. Like maybe 4, 5 times a year.
I think you should up that.
So I should post more pictures of you, but you're not going to post your relationship?
Exactly.
How is that good?
Because a man should be more open about me. If you're not open about your relationship, then it will make me feel like something is wrong.
So that's a double standard.
I do have that double standard. I think the guy should be openly in love with me, and I should have a choice.
Hey, witness on the beat.
I feel like it's how do I say it? It's not beneath me. I feel like I'm not being.
So it shouldn't be like an equal deal.
Yeah, like I don't. As a woman, I feel like I don't need to go to the entire world and be like, oh, I have a man and look at him or whatever, advertise it. But I think a man, when the man advertises his relationship, I view him, I gain more respect for him, because for a man, it's easy to just play games, Men have they want to have sex more often, they look at females more often. Females are different, we're just wired differently. We're not out on the street, especially while we're in a relationship, we're not looking at other guys, at least not in that way. Like, oh, let me tap that. We might notice. We might notice.
Where'd you get that quote from?
I don't know.
You never heard me say that.
Let me tap that.
You listen to too much rap music.
That's you.
You never heard me say that.
But we don't look at guys like that. Men always look at women, and because you're wired that way.
So what does that have to do with posting on it?
So for a woman, it's reassuring when a guy is openly advertising that he's in a relationship with this woman. He puts you out there openly for the world to know. That makes me feel more secure about the relationship.
So what about the man feeling more secure about the relationship?
Well, do you feel insecure?
Do you feel insecure?
I don't, but I feel good when you post my picture.
Me too. I just don't always post about my business. I don't post about none of my material possessions.
Yeah.
I don't post about nothing that I got. Usually I'm posting about I'm posting kind of like intellectual property. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Or maybe some like basketball stuff, like old basketball stuff. That's pretty much it.
Right. But it's still good. I think that it makes me feel good when you post my picture, because you don't do it all the time, and when you do it, it feels good. And
that's why I don't like to post about it all the time. It's like if I post a picture with no shirt on, I got plenty of them that look good, and I know it would get engagement because I've seen the kind of engagement it's got in the past. But if I do it too often, then I thought that was a secret.
No.
Then it would be like it would start to lose its value.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same thing when I post a picture of us together. I don't want to do it like every week. Because first of all, we ain't got that many pictures. And we got a good amount, but not that many. And secondly, it would start to lose its impact if we posting too much.
Right. Well, we don't have that many because we're not trying to take pictures.
We don't take the pictures for that.
To post them. Because a lot of people take pictures like, oh, let me take this and post on Instagram. We don't do that.
I had a full-time photographer.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Anyway.
Yeah, I just don't feel like putting my business out there. For what? Because the attention it's gonna get, I'm not looking for that attention.
For the validation from the world that you get from your business.
Yeah, it doesn't validate me though. It just confirms that somebody is curious and nosy. They don't care about me. Like, they don't care about me. They're just gonna look at it and like it or comment and have some thoughts about it. But I don't really care about what those people think. So why do I? It just doesn't add up to me.
Okay. So, all that said, just the other day, I think 2 days ago, I watched, and you was watching. I first time watched the video for WAP, WAP by Cardi B and Esther. Is it Esther? What's her name? Megan, not Esther. Megan Thee Stallion. You saw a little bit of it.
Yeah.
All right. And I was asking you, what if we had a daughter and she, wanted to do something like what Cardi and Megan displayed in that video? How would you feel about it?
Well, like I said it then, I don't think if I raise the daughter, I don't think they would think the same way.
Same way as well. It's just entertainment.
Way as others. So what are you asking? What did you see in the video though?
So the video, both of them were, WAP stands for wet ass pussy. I'm sure all y'all know
Oh,
that.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it stands for wet ass pussy. But for the video, they called it wet and gushy. So that's like the edit. Wet and gushy is like PC. But it stands for wet ass pussy. And the raps are very raunchy raps. And that's what the whole song is about. The raps ain't really, they're entertaining. It's an entertaining song. It's a catchy song. They use that sample. There's some hoes in this house from back in the day that you don't know about. From back in the day in the club days in the 90s and early 2000s. Maybe it's still in the clubs now. I don't know. I don't be in the clubs.
Let's define entertaining, because that's not entertaining to me.
Okay, entertaining means it's something that gets people's attention, gets people talking about it, like we're doing right now. It's music, so it's catchy. Like when you hear that song, I had that song in my head I only listened to it one time, so it was in my head for the rest of that day, but then I forgot about it. That's what I mean by entertaining. Catchy. Attention, conversation starting. That's what I mean by entertaining.
Yeah, I don't find it entertaining, but okay.
What about it? You just don't like the song?
I don't like the song, I don't like the content, I don't like the video, I don't like the artists that are in the video. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't even open that and watch it.
Well, if we have a child and they're the age where they're into this stuff, oh shit,
What?
turn signal, dude. It was right on the side of the fucking car. He got his turn signal. But anyway, if our child, let's say they're 15, especially a female, they are going to be listening to this kind of stuff. So you're going to hear it whether you want to hear it or not. So then how would you feel about a 15 or 13-year-old woman, young lady, that's your child, listening to music?
Well, first of all, you're saying they're gonna hear it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
No, I've met children in my life raised by all kinds of different families where they didn't have the same interests. It doesn't mean that just because it's popular, it's part of the culture, they're gonna grow up and they're destined to fall into that trend. Because they have different influences. Whatever influences they have at home is huge. Like they're not going to be just influenced by the outside. If they have a strong base at home, whatever that base is what's going to influence them more than whatever the external influence is.
Right. So that music is rap music. Now again, it's not my specific kind of music. Again, the raps it's a single, so the raps are very basic. But our child is going to be influenced by hip hop music because I'm going to be around and I'm listening to hip hop music. So they're going to listen to it
too.
Right. I listen to it even more than you. So they're going to be listening to it. Whatever it happens to be the music of that time, they're going to be listening to it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have an influence from a parent. So if your daughter is listening to a song like that, how would you either listen to it or aspiring to perform like that? Or what if our daughter wants to be an Instagram influencer, posting pictures of herself and getting likes and comments, and she sees she's getting the attention, and then you're like, would you try to regulate that, stop that? What would you do?
No, I would raise her from the very get-go, from the very small age, to have different interests,
Different from what?
Different interests rather than getting outside validation and doing things just to get outside attention.
Well, who knows what the world's going to be? Let's say
you don't know what the world's going to be, but you have to be certain about yourself and what values you want your child to have.
Right.
Because exactly, you don't know, the world is uncertain, so that's why they need more certainty at home. And whatever you provide is going to be a base for which way they're going to go. I'm not a parent, but I've met other parents and I've seen different children. And I know from when I was a kid, I know how I was influenced and why I didn't sway one direction or another. So that's what I'm basing that on.
So what
would you do
if
your daughter wanted to be in like Cardi B video?
Well, Cardi B probably won't be around no more by the time I will be old enough to make that decision. But as you said, I would expect any child of mine to have enough home training to where they could listen to it and take it in and even enjoy it, but they wouldn't want to become it. Same way I listen to Jay-Z and 50 Cent and whoever, DMX, whoever, Drake, whoever, Lil Wayne. I listen to their music, I know all the words, I can dance to it, but I don't want to go out and live out what they rap about because I have home training. So I can separate the enjoyment factor of the music from, even as much as rappers, especially in rap music, they all insist that what they're rapping about is truth. I can separate the entertainment factor of it from me actually being influenced and wanting to live it out. But there are people who don't. They can't do that. They try to live out what they hear in the music because they don't have any other influence. They don't have any influence that's stronger than the music, such as two parents in the house.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's how I see it.
I've met and interacted with kids who are just completely away from the popular culture. Like they're not listening to the music, they're not talking about the same things, they're completely detached from it because they have other interests, which are their own interests. It's not like parents made them, push them into anything. They're just naturally interested in other things. So that would be my aim to help the child realize what they're interested in rather than kind of succumbing to what's around them.
Well, I think that's enough for this episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, it reminds me of you see remember you said skinny jean nation or whatever you called today's
skinny jeanification. That was from Michael Rappaport.
Oh, okay.
That I borrowed.
Okay. You said basically a skinny jean generation, like these young kids now. They're all dressed the same. They all
skinny jeanification is like a mindset. But it wasn't about a certain age, because he was actually talking about some 30-year-old basketball players.
Oh.
When he said.
Well, what I'm referring to is, if you see a younger generation, like you go to the mall, right? The other day, a few times ago, we went to the mall. We saw all these kids, and they're all dressed the same. They all look like they jumped out a Drake video or something. They're all wearing the same stuff. They walk the same. They talk the same.
We was like that. We was there. Not you, but me and my friends.
I wasn't like that.
We all dressed the same. It was baggy shit back then. Now it's tight shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I was not like that. I mean, there were some commonalities. Like some things were trendy and kids wanted to have it. And if I could, I would have it. But it wasn't as prominent, or it wasn't as much of it. But what I'm saying with that is you start dressing the same. Like you look at these younger kids, they dress the same because they don't have a good sense of themselves. When you don't have a good sense of style, you dress in whatever you see on the street or somebody else wearing. Kind of the same thing goes with interests. Like if you don't know who you are, you're going to be part of the culture. You're going to adopt whatever you see on the outside, whether it's clothes or music or anything else.
And it depends on what you're exposed to as well. So if you're only exposed to what's in your environment, then you ain't got no choice but to be influenced by it because you ain't exposed to it. So like,
But you can't find yourself, even as a kid or an adult, unless you were exposed to multiple things.
or
So
if
not
you happen
exposing your kids to, and saying like, oh, I'm just not gonna let them listen to rap music, so they're not gonna like it, they're not gonna be a part of it.
Right.
That doesn't work either.
well, it can work. It can quote unquote work if you are stern enough about it. You can keep them from being influenced by it. Don't mean it's going to make them happy, but you can achieve that if you aim for it.
Yes, but it's
Right.
not healthy.
I can go with that. But what I was saying is, you're going to be influenced by the environment you're in, and somebody could be lucky enough that the thing that they're exposed to happens to be their thing. For example, in sports, I was never introduced lacrosse or hockey or tennis. I was introduced, and where I come from, a few people played football, then it was a little bit of baseball, and then everybody played basketball because it was free to play basketball. That's the reason why everybody played basketball. So in the environment that somebody like myself comes from, everybody plays basketball because that's the easiest thing to play.
Right.
So, and I happen to end up being good at basketball, so the influence actually worked in my favor. Even though I hadn't been exposed, maybe I could have been a great lacrosse player or hockey player or tennis player, but I never got a chance to be exposed to that. So it was kind of luck of the draw for me to be introduced to that.
Right. I get it.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's enough for this episode of the
Started
Adage Ratio.
talking about some shallow things and got into some deep stuff.
Yeah, well, that's how the show goes. That's life, right there. That's a microcosm for life. All right, so questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms. I ain't got to tell y'all. Y'all already left comments 5 minutes into the video. Y'all already leave comments, so we ain't got nothing else to say. I think we'll wrap it up on that note. And this time in 2021, we will have the next episode of the Adage Ratio.
Are you gonna wait a year?
We out of here.